right, we're live.
Good morning.
Yeah, we're having technical difficulties as usual.
We're having visual difficulties.
Well, I was going to leave it at technical. That way they didn't know what we were really struggling with.
On the back of the bottle, it tells me how much water I'm supposed to add to this, but the writing's so tiny I can't see it. So I took a picture of it so I could blow it up. And he can't see it either.
Yeah.
So I took a picture of it to blow it up, and it gets so pixelated when I blow it up, I still can't see it.
Well, wow, we got a lot of people in today. Look, we got Tom's Food Factory. We got Pickles, -5 this morning.
Ooh.
Honey Badger, what's going on, buddy? And that's the three of them. Hey, that's all right. That's all right. How's everybody doing this morning? Hope everybody's great. So today,
Does that say 2/3?
yes, 2/3 cup.
Okay.
Now, do I have a third measuring cup? I do. So today's, well, let's not jump right into it. So it's been already an interesting morning for me. But, morning, Rusty.
Morning, sir.
How are you?
All right.
Morning, fellas. It's already been an interesting morning. Cub had a flat tire, so she had to be at work at 9. So, of course, true fashion, 8 o'clock, hey, I need help. So she goes out, she pumps up a tire. She can hear a leak. She comes in, gets me. I go out, and I'm checking it out, and I find the nail. And so we get the nail popped out. I get the tire kit, repair kit that I bought from Harbor Freight, and let me just say, those things suck. They bent. They were not as good as I was hoping. The reamer and the what do they call it? The needle that goes in. You thread the goo through, and the plug
tool.
The plug-in tool isn't big enough for that rope goo that they give you. The plug. Like, I just couldn't get it in there, and so I ended up having to drill out the hole to get it in there, and it was still a struggle. But it at least got halfway in because she put air in it and took off. So, and she hasn't called me to tell me that it's blown. So, but anyway, so we kind of mentioned last week that Rusty was going to cook something. And you have what we're calling it's a copycat of a what?
It is my version of a McDonald's McGriddle. I'm going to make sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles and bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddles.
So we're going to coin I guess that's the word, coin. Why is that a thing? Why is it called coin a phrase?
I have no idea.
Is it because it's like minted? You know, like a press? Is that what it's called? Is that what it means?
I have no idea.
Coin the phrase? Somebody look that up for me. What is that? Like, what's the origin of that? But anyway, we're going to, instead of calling it giving the Golden Arches the credit for this one, we're going to do a copycat version. We're going to call it the RusGriddle. Because
that'll work.
Because Rust Dog Griddle, there's no hot dogs. And the Rusty Griddle. Oh, that could be Rusty Griddle. That should be his YouTube channel. The Rusty Griddle. So, I don't know. But we're going to, well, I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah. It's just it. I went to we have this store a couple miles away called Bargain City. And I found these little Bisquick pancake mix in a bottle, and then you just simply add the 2/3 of a cup of water, you shake it up, and you just pour them out. And so these were only $1, so I figured this would be perfect for today. I didn't know how many I was going to be cooking, so I bought 2 of them, but it's just going to be me and Lee today, so I won't even need the other one. But just going to take and pour a 2/3 cup of water in here.
Okay.
Shake it up.
So Honey Badger says, coining a phrase is inventing a phrase. Okay. The term coin of phrase originated in 14th century Europe, and when coining is a term associated with inventing words, the term comes from the process of coining money. Okay, so which involves stamping metal. Okay, so I wasn't too far off. That's pretty cool.
Now, whenever I make pancakes, no matter what kind of mix I'm using, one thing that I always put, I didn't even ask you if you had any, and I forgot to bring some. Do you have any vanilla extract?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get that whenever we start mixing it. But I always put some vanilla extract in my pancake batter just for the flavor, because I just think it makes it taste better. And McDonald's, whenever they have their McGriddles, if you've ever had them, their pancakes already have the syrup inside the batter, so you don't have to pour syrup and make a really messy sandwich, pour it all over the top. So I've also got some syrup, and I will be putting this in the batter as I mix it up. You got me. And I brought my egg rings from my griddle home from my Blackstone, and we'll be putting these on there. I'll be making the pancakes and the eggs inside the egg ring. That way they are uniform, the same size. So whenever we stack and make the sandwich, it's just going to be a perfectly sized sandwich.
So do you like those versus... So the egg rings, I always use mason jar lids.
And that's what I used until I got these.
So do you like those ones better than the mason jar
Yes,
lids?
I do, because the mason jar lids have no leeway on the bottom. So whenever you put something down, eggs or whatever you want, it leaks underneath it, and it makes a mess underneath the ring.
Okay.
And so these right here, these silicone, and the heat from the griddle top, they will give these, not melt them, but warm them up, and they'll make a much better seal on the plate.
Okay.
So that nothing leaks underneath it.
Okay. Because I've been looking at the Blackstone ones, because I think they're kind of neat. Not really like those ones though, but the actual Blackstone ones, just because they look good, and they'd be good up for the E series, which I don't really use. So I don't know, but I just can't come up to spend $20 some on them.
Yep, and that's why I got these from Amazon, and there was like 12 of them for $6.
Yeah.
And they have the little ring here for the lifting ring for picking them up, and whichever way you want to flip it over, it doesn't matter. And because of the egg and the pancake, whenever you stick it down, the part that has the lip here would be first, so that whenever you pick it up and flip it, it comes off. Because if you did it the other way first and then tried to flip it, it's not going to fall through that lip, because that lip is going to hold it. Yeah.
Okay, so anybody, you see, it's got a lip in there. So it's like wide mouth, regular, if you were looking at a mason jar. Okay.
And this is pretty much shaped just like a mason jar, because that is where you would put your disc on top of your mason jar lid.
Yep.
To close it.
Yep. Okay. So, I mean, I've had metal ones, and they don't.
They don't. The stuff still leaks underneath them.
Yep. I've used cookie cutters, metal cookie cutters, and the trick with those I found is once you set them down, you got to spray them.
Oh yeah.
So the oil actually creates that seal around the edges, and then you pour in slow. So whatever you're pouring in has a chance to
settle on the griddle surface. Solidify?
Yes. So that way it seals the edges. But then I always have a problem of putting too much into the mold, so then it doesn't firm up on the top before I go to flip it.
Right.
So, Chudge did McGriddle, reduced down some syrup into a taffy and put. Yes, I did see that. That was pretty cool. That's a process I wasn't willing to do. So, what's going on, Steven? How you doing, my brother? So you don't watch Chud's Barbecue?
Never heard of him.
So, Bradley Robinson used to work for a popular barbecue spot and started a YouTube channel, and he's doing very successful. He's got seasonings, sausage line, grills, smokers, all kinds of stuff. Doing very well. But he did a breakfast sandwich like this, but he took the syrup, like real maple syrup, reduced it all the way down to where it was like just almost like a simple sugar, like syrup, but it was more crystallized like a taffy.
Right.
And then he let that harden and then broke it all up into little pieces.
Okay.
Like crack candy.
Okay.
Or what do they call it?
Rock candy.
Rock candy. And then he mixed that into the pancake batter when he made the thing. So pretty cool little deal. I hats off to him. I mean, if I had it, I would have just put Uncle Steve's shake in it, the dessert shake. But I don't have any because it kind of doesn't last long around the house. So, no, Tom, I don't think it was that, but he says crystal meth. We smoke briskets, not meth. Actually, I do pork butts, and I just did pork butts yesterday. So yesterday, we got this heating up. I guess I could probably get you some grease down, huh?
Actually, the bacon is going to make its own grease.
Okay. So yesterday I did a video I'd been wanting to do for a little while, but Tom Garvey beat me to it. But I went ahead and did it anyway. I took a pork butt and made pork steaks out of it. But then I did the pork steaks out of just the back half of the butt, where the money muscle and the tubes are. Right. And the blade bone, all that meat, the horn, I put on. Drunken Chef, what's going on, buddy? I went ahead and smoked that up and made pulled pork. So, pretty cool little deal. I did the video on cutting it, and then how I make pork steaks, which is not like everybody else, and I know that, but it's just the way that I did it. And then I did the pulled pork video, but it's pulled pork. How many pulled pork videos can you do, right? So I'll probably edit most of that out and just keep the ending to show the pork steak video, like the cook of that coming up. And then this is also what I got out of that pork butt. So kind of what I'm thinking, we'll see. It's still in the editing phase, and I'm way behind on editing.
You're always behind on editing.
Yes, and I don't think I'll ever catch up.
You always procrastinate on editing.
I do, and I don't know why.
Because it's a pain on that little bitty phone. That's why
it just takes time.
That's why I quit messing with it. Back whenever I doing the tickety-tockety stuff, whenever I did my bologna, the smoked bologna, I did my buffalo grilled cheese. Just sit there and just editing on that little phone, and I mean it was just a pain. It's like, no, this ain't worth it.
Yeah. Drunken Chef says, remember to hit the like button. Share this out to everybody. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Yeah. So Tom Garvey actually beat me to that video, and he ended up like taking stuff that he's gonna make for sausage, and so he took everything off the bone, which is fantastic. But I have an important football game coming up tomorrow and tomorrow night.
On Monday? I thought football was on Sunday.
It's a national championship.
Yeah. That's college, right?
Yeah.
It's on
Monday night.
I thought college ball was Saturday and NFL was Sunday.
It was until they hit the playoffs.
Okay.
Anyway.
Who's playing?
Ohio State and Notre Dame.
Okay.
Anyway. So he doesn't follow football, college. So anyway, so we got an important game coming up. One of my F3 guys invited me over, me and the wife over, so we're going to go over and probably do some sheet pan nachos. or something like that. Ooh, I got you a light.
Can't pour with my left hand.
You can't pour with your right hand. I know that was dramatic. Sorry, guys. Anyway, where was I at?
You and Tanya going over to a friend's house.
Oh, yeah. So I told him I'd bring some pulled pork, so that's why I did it that way. And I wanted the pork steaks. I see them at the grocery store, and they take a bandsaw, and they take the butt, and they turn it so you get the blade bone in the pork steak as it comes off, right? And so because I cut mine off the blade bone to the money muscle, I turn it long way or sideways. That way you get a piece of each of the muscles. And that's just the way that I like to do it. But so I do videos Julie Child styles, drunk and in one take. Yep.
Okay.
There's Charlie. First one bringing it up. TikTok's banned.
Yeah, I woke up this morning at 5 o'clock, and I opened up my TikTok just to see, and sure enough, it was shut down.
Yep. I mentioned this before. I deleted mine a couple weeks ago, and
That don't look like pancake batter.
no, you gotta add a little more water.
No, I added 2/3 a cup. What it said. Oh, I can do this. You talk about your footy ball. Okay.
So
I'm just saying, following the directions on the bottle are not right.
Okay. Drunken and one take more like Graham Kerr and a Galloping Gourmet. Oh yeah, I remember him. Galloping Gourmet. I haven't watched him. Here's another one I hadn't seen in a long time. Is that remember Jamie Oliver when he used to do the Naked Chef? Remember that?
Naked Chef?
Yeah.
No.
I remember watching before Food Network started. He was on like a I don't know, some PBS or something like that, and I was like, ooh, Naked Chef, this could be interesting. And it was him just cooking without all the frills and all that stuff. No doubt it might double people's attention span from 3 to 6 seconds. So my take is, I kind of said to the wife, I was like, I guess that means we're gonna have to like learn to talk to each other again.
Why did she watch TikTok?
Oh, she's on that all the time.
Oh,
yeah. She flips through it all the time while I'm watching TV because she has absolutely no interest in what I'm watching. So I used TikTok for a year, clean and sober. Yep. So I tell you, my life hasn't changed a whole lot since I've deleted it because I wasn't really on it before. What's up, Pay? How you doing, kiddo? Never joined it. Was never in it. I tried because at the time when it came out, I was in the headspace that I need to promote my brand and that I wanted to be an influencer of some sort. And without, like, you had the young YouTube dreams of, being the next Gallery Backyard Barbecue or Steven Reichland. Like you had those ambitions of being that guy that, Todd Tobin, and yeah, well, I didn't happen. Foosball. Yeah.
the water boy.
Mom and Dad are arguing. We're not going to discuss on who's the mom and who's the dad.
Speaking of dad, As I told Lee, I had a dream a couple days ago, and he was in it. But we had just started our we started a new YouTube channel, and it was called Two Rad Dads, and we were going around to parks, state parks and stuff, and we were doing catch, cleaning, cooks, and we were bringing cast iron and fire pits for places that didn't have a fire pit provided, and we just started going around to all these different state parks and rivers and stuff, and we became millionaires on YouTube. It was a short dream, but it was called Two Rad Dads.
And yes, he fell into the water while we were fishing, and that's why it was a... Never mind. There you go, Charlie. That's how it happened. So I wanted to be the great Guga instead, the next Charlie. Yeah. I don't know that, my channel, because of the name with the hash or the underscores, and we've talked about this I don't know how many times, not searchable. And, Rusty and I were looking at analytics last week after the show. And I'm that guy that comes on after your video before you go find somebody else. Analytics showed that. So, whatever.
And maybe that little analytics session we had is what generated that thought to come up into a dream or something.
It could be, because once you're thinking about it, I don't know, but maybe one day I'll hit it big. But do I want to hit it big? I don't know.
It would change your life.
It would. I mean, uploading 2 lives and 2 videos a week is like, I guess you don't realize how much time you spend on it until you don't do it for a week and a half.
Right.
Like, when we were on vacation and I didn't upload for 2 weeks, I sat around bored. Like, I should be doing something. But anyway, so Steven's on YouTube, Instagram, and occasionally Facebook. Yeah, I do Facebook here and there. I'm not on it very long when I get on Facebook. I'm on YouTube quite a bit usually. Instagram, it depends on my boredness factor.
Yeah, I haven't looked at my Instagram in over a year easy.
Yeah, I upload. I've got 2 pages that I upload to, or 2 accounts, so I kind of have to jump back and forth. Doing the second YouTube channel has been a struggle, and I say that not as a struggle, like it's just trying to be somewhat entertaining and somewhat semi-informative without getting Debbie Downer on it. You know what I mean? And how did Debbie Downer come about?
Well,
I mean, I'm sure
Debbie.
kind of like the whole Karen.
Known for going down, I guess.
Oh, Dallas. That's it. That could be it. But that was always a negative connotation, so that wouldn't be the same. That wouldn't be the same. Heck yeah, live the dream. Yeah, buddy. Well, we might. I do have some, we talked about plans and stuff like that, about going to the lakes and stuff, and but you just got to make it happen. I just got to get off and do it. Because we have a couple free lakes spots we can go to, but then a couple of them are pay now.
I know,
and that's what kind of stinks.
But they just spent millions of dollars redoing them, and I'm sure that's why they really want to recoup their money.
Yeah, that's why. But
don't get me wrong, they're nice now. I mean, they did an amazing job, but
the one they closed back down.
It's because they did more
work,
doing more millions of dollars of work.
Yeah, and like they're doing it to where they only allow, if they only allow, say, 300 people in, like that's their capacity, right, for parking. They're not, like if one leaves, they're not allowing another one in. They were doing that, But then they stopped and they said, the first 300 cars in, that's it for the rest of the day.
You know why they stopped it? Because people were standing in line in their cars waiting for their turn to get into the park, and the line was getting miles long and was blocking traffic.
We tried to get in, and we waited like 35 minutes, and we weren't moving anywhere, so we turned around and left.
Yeah.
Made my first sourdough bread loaf. Not the best, but it's edible. Oh, sweet. So from what I've heard, you have to have a name for your sourdough starter. I think it's, I don't know that you really do, but
you don't.
Supposedly it's like
you have to have a name for your car or a name for your smoker, which you do name your stuff.
I was like, you don't.
That's something, but you don't. I mean, that's something I ain't gonna say I thought was dumb, but it's like I never understood why people did that. Why do you want to name your car Susie or Bruce or whatever, or name your smoker? But like you put names on some of your cast iron stuff. I mean, I never understood why somebody would do that. It made no sense to me.
Because you have a better connection.
Better connection.
Yeah.
It's a grill. It's a smoker. What kind of connection? Again, that stuff. That's just stuff that I don't think on the same level as that as you do. To me, it makes no difference. If I'm gonna go get on a smoker, it's a smoker. Big deal. I mean, I'm not gonna. Hey, Bob, it's so good to be cooking on you today.
See, that's why.
I mean, it
changes the experience. You know, when we used to like get stuck in the snow, and you're like, come on, Bess, come on, girl. You know, it's just like naming your horse.
Yeah, naming your pets, I understand.
So my Dutch oven's like a pet. So Paige says she hasn't found a name yet. Okay, I don't know that you do. I know I've heard different people talk about it, that they have named it, so it's like a house pet kind of thing, or a plant, like you name plants. Instead of Karen, I'm coining Becky the babysitter. More annoying than Karen. Becky the babysitter. I never had a babysitter named Becky, so I can't comment on that one. Name your cookies, and then when you get rid of them, it's giving up a kid or selling one into slavery. Ooh. That's kind of a rough task of slavery through the old gullet and down into the digestive system. I've heard a lot, though, that bread and Jane Doe, Dorothy. Oh, Jane Doethort. I can't even say that. Faye. Like Dorothy, but Dorothy. I can't say that, Faye. That one's a rough one. Came up with one. Bessie's a go-to. All right. Hey, Bessie's always a good one. I think Becky exists like another Karen or Catherine.
For the sausage today, I chose Johnsonville, Vermont maple syrup patties.
Oh, it wasn't cookies, it was cookers. Sorry. I got it kind of far away so we could, mess with the different camera angles. So I kind of got it far away so your words are yay big even when they're blowed up.
You see them like I do.
Yep. No, that was wrong. I'm sorry. I've got to be. So our banter, there's really, I give him a hard time. He hasn't complained about being offensive.
It's all in fun.
And if it is a little offensive, then I'd kind of say I'm sorry. Not often. isn't that offensive. So there's 2 rad dads, huh?
Yeah.
There's some traction there. There could be something there. The catch and cook, so we'd have to take sardines with us so we can eat the bait that that we don't when we don't catch nothing. Well, things will be happening this summer, I think, or this spring. Just because I'm bored.
Yeah, we keep talking about going out and doing this stuff every year, but we never really devote the time to do it.
Yep.
We did the Lake Oliphant, that one time. We brought the Dutch oven table and Dutch ovens out there. That day they happened to plant 30,000 fish in the pond.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. They had a big tanker that they backed up, and it was full of water and minnows, and they just opened it up and
30,000 fish.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll definitely have to look into revisiting that some more.
And the fishing is really never good at Lake Oliphant anyway. So if we were going to be intending on doing a catch, clean, and cook, that's not the place we need to go to do it.
No, we'd have to get the boat out and go to the lake over by the power plant. Well, I know I can catch catfish there.
I know that's right.
But I don't know. We'll see. We'll put it on the list. Catawba River. Yep. We could do the river. But majority of the fishing I do, it's not about actually catching fish.
No.
I'm more about just
enjoying the peace and quiet. Yep. Being by the water.
Yep. That's what I like most about it. Don't know, but sardines seems to be a conversation since last night. Not sure about that one there, Steven. Sardines?
Sardines was a thing Wednesday night whenever we did the fried sardines.
Yep. And I posted that on Uncle Steve's Shake. I don't think I got any comments. I got a couple likes, but I don't think I got any comments. But I thought they tasted like fish sticks.
And it was weird how cooking them brought out a much more strong fishy taste than just eating them out of the can. But the little salmon pizzas were good.
FYI, 2 Rad Dads is already a YouTube channel.
Oh, really?
Well, shoot. Well, there goes the idea for the 3rd channel. You got to dream up something else. We can keep the same idea.
Oh, you remember that Tamara's friend, the YouTuber that I told you about?
Yep.
Josh and Mama. Anyway, I came across a meme yesterday. It's a famous guy. He's got a mustache and beard, and his memes always start out with there's some type of YouTube channel thing going on or video playing, and then he looks into the camera and starts talking like an old man. He says, back in my day, whenever we did this, it's hard to explain it. Anyway, there was a video clip of somebody taking a rack of ribs and throwing them in a pot of water and boiling them, then taking them out of the water, laying them in a casserole dish, take Sweet Baby Ray's, just drizzle a line on it, put foil over it, put it in the oven for an hour. Then they pulled it out, and they said, talking about how amazing this was. This is fall off the bone. This is the best ribs I've ever had. And then he turned around with the video, and he said, those ribs were as white as made some reference to cracker or white people or something. No, there was absolutely no seasoning and blah, blah. But then whenever I heard the woman talking, I recognized the voice. It was Josh's mom. So I said, those look disgusting. Let me see what's going on here. Then I went and typed in Josh and Mama ribs. And then the video popped up. And I got to watch the whole thing. I shared it on Facebook and tagged Tamara in it. And I said, Tamara, you need to go get your buddy. We can set up some lessons.
Yeah. Oh, he was on live last night and sardines was a topic. Oh, okay. Was it a good topic or, I mean, what was their thoughts on it? Call it channel Josh and Stepmama. Someone wanted to try sardines and eggs. Hey, go for it, man. You could do like a pimento cheese omelet with sardines in it, like the hot sauce ones. I think that'd be all right. Maybe a video. Sounds like dad bod veteran. Might be. They're talking about sardines like the fish, not the street view. Huh?
You know what? I will need some of that bacon grease. This bacon didn't produce very much fat.
Well, it's all up here. But okay.
Can't see it.
I know it's not a Blackstone, it's uneven.
You need to work on your leveling, buddy.
I know it's not a Blackstone, I'm sorry. Hold on a second, let me get a reason 3 I bought this light. Can y'all see that?
We're not even going to worry about the vanilla extract. It's just us.
Okay.
We do need to spray them though. Even though they are silicone and non-stick, still need to spray them because sometimes the pancake batter and the eggs and stuff do tend to stick to it anyway.
So yeah, I thought about, somebody's going to say, well, why don't you just change your light up there? Well, I had thought about that. And as you see, there's already a nice glare. I did change this from a 60 to a 40. Or no. I don't know. I put a 60 watt up here and it's still pretty bright. But it doesn't wash us out as bad as what I had the week before. So that's why I'm not changing the light bulb to make it brighter. Because I don't really understand lighting. So I'm hoping Pay learns about that. And then she can help the brother out. Help the old pops out, you know what I'm saying? Well, the last guy was supposed to help me with lighting. We don't talk to anymore, so it happens. I saw the same video. It is him. Follow him on Instagram. Okay, so that whatever guy you just said.
Right.
YouTube channels who do only canned fish reviews. You know, I saw a bunch of that. It does seem to be a niche. When I was looking up sardine videos, you know, just kind of like seeing what's out there and looking for the titles to put into the search terms down at the bottom underneath where you pick what category goes in. Anyway, I did see, guys, there was channels devoted to just canned fish reviews.
Oh, wow.
And they would compare, like they would take, one guy took like the store brand and then the high end. And then, and then compared them, like taste test. And then he would take the winner and go against a meat like the next level down, kind of like a bracketry. And then there was one guy that tried all of them. He went to Wally World, bought all 7 different types of fish or sardines, and then tried them all. So, how many times can you review Star-Kissed tuna? I think if you do a review with it in different things, because Star-Kissed tuna only comes in oil and water. So there's 2 videos, and then, or one max, and then try it with just hot sauce, try it with just Duke's mayo, try it with just salsa, or try it with different things. I don't know. The other topic that came up that was interesting was the videos with no face, where they just show you the cook. You said you like the
voiceovers,
just the voiceover. So, I've been trying to do more of that, but what I find is after so many years of doing this, that it's hard to keep quiet during a video. So I want to talk through the whole thing, which ends up taking a lot longer. So I'm trying to get to where I crank the radio up and plow through just doing the video, and then try to add in the topic or discussion later.
I had a little too much in that one.
Yeah. So what are all your thoughts on just the no face, like just the hands and in the food? What do y'all think of that? Grew up eating Star-Kissed tuna. We had Star-Kissed, and then we had my dad would always buy the store brand because it was cheaper, but Mama was a name brand person. Had to be name brand. I don't know why. Had to be name brand. There's bag tuna. Yes, there is.
With all the different flavors and stuff in it.
Yes, there is.
Some of those are good.
So there you go, Tom. There's the bag tunas. You can do a taste test on those. There's 7 or 8, 12 different kinds, flavors. So yeah, the bag tuna. Salmon, and the salmon wasn't bad. Yeah, the canned salmon, there's only so much you can do with it. But I'll tell you what, though, putting it on that little thing we did, the little pizza thing we did Wednesday was pretty good.
Yeah.
Was not a fan of them. Made things annoying as a kid for me. The canned. Buy the bag tuna. Kroger used to have smoked tuna. It was delightful. There is I think Charlie Tuna has a hickory smoked. Cub really liked that one. And she really liked the lemon pepper. Yeah. Star-Kissed tuna in my canned fish video. Yep. What was it? That's not it. The canned fish video. Yeah, I mean I don't see a whole lot. I mean, I'm going to be honest. If I'm buying tuna, I'm either getting Star-Kissed in water or the store brand in water.
Right. It's always water. I do not like it in oil.
Nope. I did oil once, and yeah, it was like taking a spoonful of vegetable oil and shoving it in your face. It was nasty. Let's see. Between tuna and the perfume. Gotcha. Yeah, Kroger had their own brand. Yeah. But if I'm at Sam's Club and you buy it's like an 8 or 12 pack for $6 or $8. I mean, if we're there, that's a good deal because their canned chicken's also a pretty good deal. So we'll get both of those. I think it's good to do just the hands. If you made it quick and tempo type and do the effects. Oh, it made it like TikTok. Okay. So kind of like a short, kind of like a boom, boom, boom. There was a lady called Magical Slow Cooker. Huge channel. And she never shows her face. It's the slow cooker. Like it's her ingredients. And then it's the slow cooker. And then it's her dumping the ingredients in. And then it does the little time thing. And then it comes back and says, 12 hours later, 8 hours later. And then she's showing, spooning it out or whatever the finished product is. Huge channel. Voiceovers are pretty hard to do because you got to make sure your own words match with what's going on in the video. That means slowing down or speeding up the clip. Yes. So I use KindMaster, which Steven and Craig behind the Garage Barbecue, they had mentioned it to me, and those are what I use. And I can go through, and if it's a short piece, or if I have to speed it up or whatever, then I have it in a segment, and then I can try to speak fast or slow, or check your word the way you want your words into that little segment. So yeah, sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes it's like, and then I put music in to fill in the gap between me yapping, and I keep the music low because I've had comments where the music's too loud. Why do you put music in it? And I'm like, oh, whatever. I've had a lot of weird comments.
There's a lot of weird people out there.
There is. The last one that I got was I found kind of funny because I get it. I've had it before where they tell me I need to clean my drum. You need to clean your cooker. And it was like, the video was like 2.5 years ago. And I clean it once a year, maybe twice. But when I first started, you wanted all that gunk on the side because that was the seasoning. Now, all of a sudden, because people are using the drums on competitions, they're showing that they're cleaning them weekly. So, I mean, it's kind of like, to me, it's like a cast iron skillet, right? You don't want a brand new bare iron every time you cook. You want to add to the seasoning to produce better results, right?
Right.
Right?
But I do also believe that sometimes our drums do get dirty. Not seasoned, but dirty and need to be cleaned.
Yep. Yeah, I clean the cook rack. I clean the cook rack. I clean off the probes, but the sidewalls and stuff, it doesn't matter. But I mean, if you get a bunch of grease in the bottom, which that's when I tend, because I have a catcher underneath there for the ashes, and some of the grease will get down in. There's a deflector that comes down, and it'll get into the coals, which is fine. Sometimes it goes to the bottom. When that gets a little deep, or I'm starting to see, then I
don't think we have any fire.
Yeah, we got fire. Yeah. So, I don't know. Whenever I start seeing puddling in the bottom of grease, that's when I clean it. I'll hose it out. I don't strip it down to bare metal, which is what these guys were like. Get the cleaner out.
Oh, no.
And strip it down to bare metal with a light coat of seasoning on it. I will tell you from experience, that dude will rust. If you don't have a thick enough coat of seasoning on it, it will rust if you don't use it daily or weekly. I like using mackerel instead of tuna. Ooh, we'll have to try the mackerel. Canned smoked oysters are the best.
No. No oysters.
I knew it was coming. We're actually doing a clam chowder video coming, or not video, live on
Wednesday.
I have no idea I know it's going to be heavy whipping cream with some sort of seafood. Clams, maybe. Oysters.
You can't have clam chowder with oysters.
Well,
Then it's oyster chowder.
But I might have it in there with it.
You know, thanks for telling me now, because I won't be trying it.
I don't know. I've got to work. I got to work it up yet. But biggest challenge in voiceovers, I think, is having energy in your video. A lot of them are dead and sounding. Very true. And I found that I have to go upstairs into the office or do it when nobody's home, because I put my headset on, which I broke. So I've got to JB Weld them bad boys back together. But I put my headset on, and I'll be editing, and then I'll do the voiceover, like after I get all the edit done, and I'll do the voiceover. But I have to do it when nobody's home because they laugh at me, and it'll pick up the laugh. Like I was sitting there the other day, and I was doing one, and now the other day being a few weeks ago, and I was doing the voiceover, and Cub pokes her head in the office, and she goes, "Who are you talking to?" And I was like, "Huh?" And I pulled my headset off. She goes, "What are you doing?" And she's like laughing hysterically. And I was like, "I'm doing a voiceover." She's like, "I thought you finally lost it because you're in here by yourself, not talking to anybody. Nobody's here. And you're having a full-on conversation." And the one day I was sitting at the kids' table doing it, and my wife got home from work early. I didn't know that she'd come in, and she walks in to hear me voiceover, and I'm like, and she's just laughing. So that's the hard part, and the energy. You know, trying to have the energy, and then you're like, yeah. So then we're doing this, and then we're going to flip them bad boys, and then you're like, oh, I'm outside my clip. Extend the thing just a little bit more. What are you doing?
I'm fixing to cook eggs, so I'm turning it down again.
Since YouTube, I think Gloves Company made trillions. I've heard there was somebody the other day talking about gloves, and I wear them in my videos, but not because of the sanitary reasons, because I'm making it for myself, right? So I grew up in the era of rub some dirt on it, you'll be fine. And I wear them because I have to touch the camera. I have to touch my phone. So if I have the video up and it's playing or recording, well, then I have to wash my hands to touch the phone, or I've got to wash the whole phone, right? So that's why I wear gloves, is so I can pop them off and hit pause or whatever, move the angle, because I'm low budget, so I have to move the camera angle, so that way I don't have to wash the whole tripod. I can just pop the glove off, adjust it. Yes, I go through more gloves. Yes, it's more expensive, but that's why I do. That's why I wear them. It's just because I'm moving stuff around. I'm touching the phone. I'm touching the tripod, and I'm moving things. So that way I just don't have to wash everything at the end or in between. Make sense?
Yep.
Smoked oysters rock. We'll have to try that. Fun thing happened to me the other day. I was doing the dishes and used Dawn dishwater. Yeah. Thank you for teaching me to hand wash dishes. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. So Peg grew up in the era of the pods. So I prefer to hand wash. That's mine. I don't like the dishwasher. Growing up, it was nice because I was lazy and I didn't want to hand wash, but I prefer it now. And because what was happening was, instead of rinsing them all off, like the dishes, they would take them with all the stuff dried on there, stick it in there. Well, then you wash them, and then you got to clean it again when you pull it out. Like you'd have peanut butter stuck to the knife. Like you got to rinse that crap off there. So I could go on a whole rant, but anyway, yeah. So when Pay ran out of pods, she just grabbed whatever dish soap was around, thinking it was the same. Yeah, not so much.
Do you have any salt and pepper over there?
Absolutely. You have pepper.
Might be time to refill them.
Salt. Pink salt.
Oh,
Smoked pink salt. I can understand that. Yep. Throw the phone in the dishwasher. You'll be good. Yeah. I'll put it on the top rack right next to the, right above my cast iron skillet. Do all my videos so my kids have a record of things. Yep. In the kitchen of yours, cast iron. Exactly. I mean, that's what it's become is, and the girls have actually showed interest in knowing more about certain pieces of iron. So I have Grandma Pearl's skillet, right? Beautiful piece. You can see it's got a gate mark on it. SM Company. It's got a ghost mark of H and Company's gate mark. Ghost mark says limited. Underneath says Pittsburgh, PA. So this was only made between 1870 and 1890. And the kids have shown interest in this skillet, knowing the history of it, where it came from, so they can pass it on. And I have several other pieces that they're kind of like, hey, the one that we use a lot is the 2016 Smoky Mountain skillet. That has a special place for me because in 2008, I think it was the last family vacation we had to the Smoky Mountains. We went down to, it wasn't Dollywood, it was on up the way, on up the road there. That when the wildfires broke out, it burnt the whole place to the ground. And so I bought this skillet because that was the area that was our last vacation as a family before my mom passed. So kind of a really cool piece to remember that by. And actually paid when she was home last. That was a skillet she used all the time, almost daily. Clean your bank account and process. Yep. So I actually started, moving files over from my phone to the computer yesterday to start to put that together for them. So they have a little bit of history to go with some of these pieces. So when I go and they have to do the, what am I going to do with it when you're gone? They'll have a little history behind them. So, and we're creating the videos and a video log of using the cast iron. And, I was thinking as I was writing so I kept a journal of my 2024 cooks. Every YouTube video that we made, I kept a journal of it. And I would write down the piece of cast iron or what cooker that I used. And I realized this griddle we do a lot with it. You done?
Yes, sir.
Still got propane. Boy, this tank's will last forever. So this little piece here we use it a lot because it's a miniature Blackstone, right? Can you get behind that?
It's a Blackstone knockoff.
Oh, it's the OG Blackstone, man. But so when you're looking at like writing this up, and I'm like, we use this flat top griddle a lot, so the kids will always remember this. And fortunately, I have two of them because I have his. Well, no, I have two. But all right, so let's get a picture pic. All right.
And it's been an hour.
Yep, right on an hour. See what happens when you don't rush through everything?
Well, whenever I can spend my time and attention on this while you're talking and keep the conversation going, it helps.
Yeah, a lot of times I lose train of thought, but it happens. So I forgot what I was even saying before we took the picture. I don't know.
Excuse me.
But there's some more.
I was looking for a knife so we can
Cut one open.
Yeah. Darn big knives. Thank you. Didn't even see that one down there.
Well, I know. There's no lights over there. Like, I purposely don't have any lights here because it would be awkward, right? Maybe some, like, glow-in-the-dark stuff. That'd be kind of cool. Now he gets all fancy when I'm done with, or I took the picture. We'll take more.
Plate's really too small for two of these.
All right. Let's see. In other words, keep me away from cooking and everything goes like clockwork. True. True. I'm not going to argue with that.
It's just better whenever you choose one or the other, talk or cook.
Yeah.
Whenever we do put them both together, we both get sidetracked.
Yeah. So I guess Tom's saying he wants more rusty. That's what Tom's saying. All right. Try the bacon one. Now I know here's the time to roast him, right?
That's the time.
It's good. It's okay, but for me, no, I think it's pretty good. They get a lot of pancake in it because that's the main.
Right.
That's the main thing. Did get the chewiness from the bacon, which I like because I don't like it crispy. I don't like it when it's like it shatters as soon as you touch it with the fork.
And that's me. I like my bacon where I can drop it 6 inches from the plate and it shatters to a million pieces.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I like it really crunchy.
Let's try the sausage one. I always like the sausage ones better than the bacon ones. A sausage one, you get more of that cheese flavor than what you do with the bacon. I don't know why.
Does the maple and the sausage come through?
Very little. I get very little, and I've had that with the sausage before, and it was the same. It's just very little.
And that's why I chose that, just the maple flavor to help with the breakfast feel.
Mm-hmm. It cuts down on the sausage flavor. Mm-hmm. Like you talk about the sage.
Mm-hmm.
It cuts down that sausage flavor and makes it a little sweeter, so it's not so sausage forward. That was good.
The syrup inside the pancake batter, I like that better than I do than putting syrup on top of it because it's just so much cleaner and neater to eat.
Yeah. I don't know that I would know the difference. Like, I guess we had a pancake that didn't have the syrup in it to see if there's a difference. Because it tastes like a good pancake. And I wouldn't know that there's maple syrup in there without you telling me.
Right.
Which is good, because it's a nice little surprise. Would make me want to come back, though. Because then I'd go somewhere else and I would be like, that doesn't taste like Rusty's. So now it's turned into a mukbang. Is that still a thing? And people still do mukbangs? You know, where they talk while they eat?
I do like the sausage one better, too.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It just seems like the sausage has more body than the bacon, so it doesn't taste like just egg and like a smushy, pancake egg kind of textures. The textures are different. So the mukbanging is still a thing, huh, Peg? Well, okay. So, I think that was a success.
I think so.
Let's see. So what are we doing? We'll have to figure out what we're going to do next week. I do think that cheese you have to have the plastic cheese or the whatever, the Kraft singles, whatever.
Single slices. It's got to have American for that milk.
Not big, but still happens. Okay. Happy life. What's going on? Yeah, I didn't know. I know there was a couple of channels that was their thing, and I haven't seen them post anything in a long time.
And that is if you just sit down, stare into the camera, and you eat and talk.
Yeah. And I remember guys that used to do the barbecue crawls or whatever. They would go into a restaurant, and they'd set the camera up, and they would film them eating and talking about the plate. Which we were doing that with going to get the place or the food and bringing it home.
Right.
Which I thought was different because then you didn't have all the background noise. You could, the company didn't know that you were doing a thing, so they wouldn't try to doctor up their plating for you.
You wouldn't get no special treatment, no special more food than normal or anything like that.
I mean, not like I would get special treatment, but they'd probably tell me to leave. But
I think if you do stuff like that and you get the food and you take it away, you can be more honest about your review than you would be if the server was standing right there at your table.
Or the other table besides just listening.
Exactly.
Then that sways their judgment.
You could be more honest at home.
Yeah, which is kind of what we learned with the judging.
Right.
What's up, Dog Father? What's going on, buddy? So, we're about to get out of here is what's happening, man. Rusty made his RusGriddles. I just love bacon.
Yeah, that's weird. I like bacon. I love bacon, but I like it more than I do sausage. But I like the sausage biscuit and the sausage McGriddle more than I do the bacon, egg, and cheese.
And I think it's because the sausage gives more body to the sandwich. It's kind of like having a ham and cheese sandwich with only one slice of ham. Right? You get the deli slice ham and you put one thin slice on your sandwich with mayonnaise and a slice of cheese. You know, it's like, what is that?
Yeah, why?
But there's this one place right down the road. We'll go there like on Tuesdays, mornings after the workout, and they have the best bacon. And I'll get 2 orders of bacon. It's like 6 slices. But that's the only place I eat like breakfast and down in the mornings. So, well, all right, good job.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So, editing, upload videos today. New Pit Boss grills dropping tomorrow. Wow, that'll be cool. Do have dirty socks, but I got clean ones. Well, that's good. Mick Rusty Griddles in the hood. With sirens in the background. Oh, you heard that? You know, something ironic. My wife made a comment about it yesterday. Since New Year's, we've had a lot of sirens. And actually, the last 3 days, we've had a bunch. A lot more than normal.
There was a wreck. 1, 2, 3, 3 houses down from my house last night. So you probably heard them last night.
There was one right here.
Okay.
So, but the sirens, the dogs used to start ripping about a quarter mile away.
Right.
They haven't made a peep at all.
Hmm.
I don't know what's going on. They didn't even like perk up. They just laid there.
Hmm.
And the wife said, "Have you noticed that?" And I said, "Yeah, it's been like that for 3 days."
Oh, that's strange.
I bet the squad and stuff's been by 24 times each day, and they haven't done anything. Oh, man, Smoking Bears live in the hood. Reminds me I need to make more bacon. Oh, man, I love bacon. Sam's Club has this box, and it's a big, was it 10 pounds?
It's either 10 or 15.
But it's a white box, and it's restaurant style.
Restaurant bacon.
And they're all cut the same. It's fantastic. And that's what this restaurant cooks on their flat top.
Okay. They
take the whole sheet, because it's about this big. They take the whole sheet and they throw it down on the griddle, pull up the paper, and that's how they cook it. And I'm telling you what, this place has been around for 75 years. Red's
Grill?
Yeah. So, and that's what I was making the candied bacon with.
The only thing I've ever eaten at Red's Grill are their chili dogs. Even growing up, because I grew up on North Jones Avenue, which is just 2 streets over. And whenever I was a kid growing up there, all I've ever eaten there at Red's Grill is the chili dogs.
Oh.
I've never had anything else.
I go in for the bacon.
But their chili, their hot dog chili, they actually sell that in big containers. It's so popular.
Reminds me of Costco here. Here I come. Awesome, man. The sirens were McDonald's police. We never said that we were making that sandwich. I said the Golden Arches.
A copycat of that sandwich.
Yeah, a copycat of the Golden Arch sandwich. And we call it the RusGriddle. Yeah. Hamburger and the Prowl. Ooh, hamburgers. Nice. Yeah, we went and bought the 10-pound log from Sam's a couple weeks ago, and then we pulled out what we were going to fix that night, and then I packaged everything up and vac sealed it.
Right.
Put it in the freezer. I've been loading the freezer, and it's already full. Smoking Bears live in the hood. Thank you, brother. Got to get the pork belly and cure and smoke your own. Oh, man. I do got a pork belly in the freezer.
And I got 2 in the freezer. And whenever I was at Food Line yesterday, they had a whole bunch of pork bellies out yesterday that they had just filled up their case with.
Yeah. Yep. So I'll be stopping at Food Line and waiting for them to hit the sale.
They're almost finished, I believe, with their remodel.
Yeah.
All the new cases that actually have doors on them now. So a lot of their food that was out in open air and open chill or behind glass doors.
So the old Mickey D's needs 24-hour security, huh? I don't go there. I haven't eaten anything from there in, well, probably 10 years. And because the company that I used to work for, we made 90% of their products. So all the fry oils and stuff like that, we had it all the time. And we had a guy who would test batch oils. So he would get in hash browns and French fries, and he would test cook, and then see like how many fries he could get out of, or how many cooks he could get out of a batch of oil.
Right.
And they would bring in, a tray and set it on the table, and it would be nothing but fries, hot fries, and we would eat those, and it just got to be overwhelming. And then I just said, you know what, I'm done, and never really looked back. But
I eat at McDonald's a couple times a year. Whenever they're the McRib comes out, I'll get me a couple of them right when they first come out, because it's been a year since they've had them, and I really like the McRib, and I'll eat their fish sandwich. But that's pretty much it. I never order their fries. I don't really do their burgers, but the fish sandwich and the McRib is pretty much what I eat there.
Yeah, I haven't. In fact, I've only been through the drive-thru, I think. Well, I didn't even go through the drive-thru. I dropped a couple people off at the door and let them walk in. Like, I don't want anything to do with it. I just... So, I've been toying with the idea, too. Making your own bacon? Yeah. I have a turkey breast ready, but need that beef round. Been busy. Boy, I just did an eye around roast. Oh my goodness. That thing turned out amazing. I enjoyed the holy crap out of that. My wife loved it. I got to go. Later, Alton.
See you later, man.
Fast food went downhill in the last few years. Keeps you busy. I don't know. I'm just not a fast food guy anymore. It got to be where I would rather go to Subway than a Burger King or Wendy's or anything like that. And Subway became more bread than fixins. So I just stopped going to Subway. And we were trying to eat more salads and stuff. And yeah, you can get it without the bread, but the bread's what kept you going. Otherwise, it's just cold meat. So I don't know. But see y'all later, bud. Have a good one, Alton. Good morning, MBL. What's going on, buddy? Annual scans Friday. Oh, I missed that, Alton. Hell yeah, buddy. We just hit the, I take it back. So November, when I went in, we started the 4 months. So I'll be going in March for mine. So we'll do a year of 4 month scans, and then we'll step it out to, if all those are clear, then we'll step it out to 6 months. And then if those are clear for that next year, then we go out to a year. So it's the game plan. So, all right, well, let's get out of here. I know MBL just showed up. We're running a little longer, but let's get out of here. What do you say?
All right.
All right. Well, thank you all for showing up. I enjoyed the conversation, as always. Y'all kept me on track, and he did the cooking.
I tried.
I need to get a better light for him. This one worked, but I might have to get a little brighter one, I think. Just picking on you, buddy. So anyway, let's get out of here. Remember, there's 2 rules in cooking. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. Y'all are awesome. Have a great week, everybody.
Have a great week, guys.
And we are ending.